Alright, hey guys, AnimeWestReacts here is going to reaction to Seraph of the End, chapter 126. So we start off with the solar system, apparently, or we see stars, like Saturn or Jupiter, and that's the solar system, first satellite kingdom, Earth. And yeah, you got all these people, all these angels bowing, saying, Majesty, Majesty. Hail the King of Earth, His Majesty Sigamadu. And he says, Quiet, please. And then he brings up the screen, or he's like broadcasted on the screen. He says, First, allow me to thank you all. I've received an official report that among the satellite kingdoms, we've once again succeeded in building our tower taller than all the others. Our reservoir of photons, the source of Archine's power, is also nearing 90% of the target volume. He sees this giant orb appear beside him, and they all start glowing. It says, Thanks to the unstinting effort of everyone here, our Earth Kingdom is that much closer to returning to the sun, where God awaits upon their throne. It won't be long now. Soon we will finally reach paradise. And someone says, Earth King. Yeah, it looks like Rigger or less. This is Bio. Yeah, they're all demon named. Or Bale? I forget how you pronounce it, but says, The time is nigh, isn't it? And then Paimon says, We're all overjoyed that we chose you to follow. Our dearest wish will soon be granted. And then Sigamadu says, Yes. Everyone has worked so hard for so long, especially all of you. Amon, Belial, Astaroth, Marbus, Bathan, Nebris, Nabarius, Raum, and Oribos, all demons. And then he's like, Huh? I think I've seen those angels before. And then Mika's like, Yeah, I said, I see Ern and Saito. The others look familiar too. Right, though. Aren't their names different? And then Mika says, Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. And what do they mean by paradise? I know they said the sun, but do they want to literally dive into the sun? Why? He's like, It's so bright. And then, yeah, that got Nabarius says, Don't worry, Majesty, I will follow you wherever you lead. And then he turns around and like has a smile. It seemingly goes to nighttime. We got them walking, Rigger and Paimon walking down this corridor. He says, Majesty, what shall we do about that other issue? This experimental subject named Michaela. We must dispose of it before we reach paradise or suffer divine punishment. And he says, We angels are forbidden from creating life. If we don't quietly dispose of it before it's discovered. And Paimon says, Majesty, if you just give me the order, I'll. And then he's Paimon. Paimon says, Yes. He says, Give me a little more time. I have an idea. And Paimon says, An idea, Majesty. And then he says, Yes, Michaela still has potential. Paimon says, Potential. And Paimon says, Surely, Majesty, you of all people have not grown attached to that thing. Majesty, I couldn't bear to see you punished. The kingdom needs you. It has. And then he says, It has you too, Paimon. You and Baal. Baal. And then, yeah, he says, Two of you could easily fill my shoes. And then he says, Majesty, no, I'd rather die first. Of all of us, you must survive. And then he starts, like, coughing up blood. And then, yeah, you see his wings starting to darken. And it says, You're infected too. I thought so. So why'd you hide it? Majesty, why did you create that Michaela experiment? Don't tell me it was to find a cure for the plague endemic to our kind. And then he says, Something must be done. At this rate, even if we do reach paradise, over half of the angels who follow me will die. And Paimon says, Majesty, you must not lose your way. Extending and reviving lives are grave sins. And then he says, Don't worry, I'll make it work. Use the power collected by Babel Tower cleverly enough, and I can get all of us up to paradise. And then Paimon yells, Majesty, please don't let yourself be distracted by insignificant things. Do what you must. Don't concern yourself with us. And he says, goes quiet, and then Paimon just says, Majesty. Majesty, I beg you, give me the order to dispose of Michaela. Paimon says, all right, but give me a little more time to say my farewell. 5 days, I'll dispose of him myself in 5 days' time. And then says, you truly will? And then he says, yes. As you say, Majesty, I'll have faith in you. You never deceived us after all. With that complete, we'll make it for paradise at your command. We'll follow the path laid for us dead ahead. He says, yes, we will. And then we got you and Michaela overhearing this, and he says, huh. Like a lot was going on, he says. Yeah. And then they follow Paimon, and outside is Bael. He says, well, Paimon says, no good. We'll have to kill Michaela ourselves. His Majesty made it for your sake. And he says, who cares what happens to me? If His Majesty commits the forbidden, God will curse him. He says, true, but Paimon, for us to reach paradise without you. He says, they'll still have you even if I'm gone as long as you're there. Both kings and kingdom are safe. And Bael says, still, even if we do reach paradise, what could be there for us if we don't have each other? And Paimon grabs him and says, so you want His Majesty to be cursed as a criminal? Bael says, I don't want you to die just as His Majesty does it. If you have to die, we'll go together. And he says, no, don't be foolish. You have to let the dead weight fall away. And he says, even if that's half of everyone, none of them know what fate has in store for them. And yeah, they're both kind of glaring at each other, and then Bael says, whatever it may be, I'll abide His Majesty's choice. And he says, I see. Well, fine, do as you please. And he says, I will. You do as you choose too. You're one of His Majesty's most beloved servants. You should have the most faith in him You should have the most faith in him of all of us. And then you got you and Mika hearing this, and he's like, who would you back, Mika? He says, I guess. You? I think I would too. If we have to die, I'd want to be together. Oh, but... And then Mika says, oh, but it still makes you think. If I chose to take your hand, but if we somehow don't manage to save everybody, just take my hand already. We can worry about the thinky stuff later. At least that's what I'd say. I can hear you saying that too. I remember you shouting pretty much the same thing, all while beating me over the head. And yeah, they both clap hands, pretty much, or clap their hands together, and it says, Mika says, after that we made our decision. I have to wonder how theirs wound up turning out. And Paimon says, God isn't forgiving a betrayal. Fail and we'll all be wiped out. And then he says, then so be it. If I can die with you, I'll have no complaint. And yeah, he says, His Majesty won't get off with mere death. Who can say what punishment awaits one who commits the forbidden? I want to protect him from that no matter what. And yeah, Erd basically says, that's His Majesty's choice. And he says, yes, but... And he says, okay, that complicates things. I think I might be with Saito on that bit. Oh. He says, if you were in the first shoes, you'd basically be shouldering all the responsibility for what happens yourself. I refuse to let that happen. And Yu says, it's weird. It feels like we're all repeating the same conversations. And Mika's like, huh? The spot the first is in here. Isn't it locked like the one Guren's in? And then Mika's like, good point. He says, I don't know why, but that's kind of ticking me off. Here's what Yu says. If everybody's doing the same thing over and over again, does that make this hell? Well, paradise is supposed to be up that way. Is that heaven then? Who knows? And then Mika says, personally, where you and all your friends are is heaven to me, is what Yu ends up saying. And if this really is hell, yeah. And he says, and if this really is hell, yeah, then the first was stuck in it a long, long time. What's gonna happen next? And then we got Mika saying, "Hey, father." First says, "Yes." Am I still not allowed outside? Or Mika says, "Still not allowed outside." First says, "Not yet. Soon enough. They're soon, though. I'll see that you can go outside soon." And then Mika says, "Really?" He says, "Have I ever broken a promise?" And then he says, "Nope. But we may need to move a little away from the city." And Mika's like, "Move, like, on a picnic?" And the first says, "Something like that, I guess. That's why I need you to rest and conserve your strength." He says, "Okay, I'll be good." And then he says, "That's a good boy. I'm always good." And then, yeah, he just, I guess, lays down, and then the first leaves and says, or Mika tells you, this floating eyeball, says, "You, did you hear that? It's a picnic. I can't wait. You should come with us, too." And then you have the eyeball, like, kind of looks away and squints a little, or, like, slightly lowers its eyes. And then, yeah, Mika turns around, sees the door, says, "Huh, father? Did you come back?" And it's like coughing, and then, yeah, I got Paimon entering. And so, yeah, good chapter. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, then, yeah, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. So, yeah, bye.